Maybe go easier on the donuts and they'll come flocking to you. Might have gone one too far there. The officer in front of me scowls and flips through a small notepad in front of him. Let's move on, he says, signaling to his buddy that fucking around time is over. I guess this one's in charge. The questions he fires off are all over the place, but he keeps circling back to the night Malone's burned down. More specifically, where was I when the match was lit? That's a relief. I have to be careful here. Anything I say will just be used against me later. Or they'll leverage it to push for more information, either from me or from Murphy when he gets pulled in here later. I need to be strategic in what breadcrumbs I drop. Only say things that will lead the cops where I want them to go. It's not easy on zero sleep. Flashing my "I'm seriously trying to help you here" face, I rest my hands on the table. The handcuffs make a soft scratch clink as they land on the cheap metal. I really don't remember where I was that night. Do you remember where you were some random day a couple weeks ago? Does anyone? He pauses. Listen, I continue before he says anything else. I was either upstate, at our clubhouse, or the business we run, Crystal Ball. Right. I'm not surprised or concerned that he came up with that name so easily. That we manage the place hasn't been a secret for years. Or I was down here helping out. I've been back and forth between both clubs since our brother got shot. Haven't had much time for anything else. Because you took over as president. I roll my eyes. I didn't take over. I'd much rather be home. So someone forced you into the position. Ah, yes. Law enforcement's always trying to get some insight into how motorcycle clubs operate. So they can write it up in some handy-dandy booklet to pass out at cop school, I guess. Unfortunately for them, every single club I've run into operates differently. And no true outlaw is eager to divulge their secrets with anyone they don't share a patch with. Sure, most MCs have the same basic principles. Motorcycles, freedom from society's rules, brotherhood. All in varying degrees depending on the club. None of those values are of interest to law enforcement, though. It's all about the crimes some clubs commit to achieve those goals. I'm helping out my brothers. Brothers, he scoffs. Right. He flips to another page in his notebook. You happen to know where James Simon is? We've had trouble locating him. I bet you have. Good old Jimmy Shadow Simon. Forgot the fucker even had another name for a minute. Interesting they want to find him at all. Is he a person of interest in whatever the fuck they're busting my balls about? Is he a snitch? Or are they just trying to prove they know something about my club? No matter the reason for their interest in Shadow, I keep my mask of indifference in place. Told me he wanted to go nomad for a while and took off. I haven't heard from him since. Isn't that unusual for a vice president? I pretend like I'm carefully considering the question, even though the answer is pretty simple. I even toss a look over my shoulder as if I'm about to share something that would get my ass kicked if my club ever found out. Cops love drama. Leaning in and keeping my voice low, I explain. Yes and no. It's inconvenient for him to take off when we have a brother in the hospital. But, as I'm sure you're aware, that's what we're all about. Being able to do what we want, when we want. Oh yeah, I'm aware. You should give it a try. No thanks. He stares at his notebook. Just some pages of chicken scratch, but it seems important to him. So you don't know who burned down Malone's bowling alley? That's what this is about. Why? Committed so many crimes you weren't sure which one we arrested you for? Actually, yes. I never got to read the supposed warrant your guy shoved in my face. Don't worry, I'm sure my lawyer will enjoy that one. His face pales slightly, and he has trouble concealing the fact that he didn't know I never read the warrant. Still, he collects himself quickly and resumes his questioning. How well did you know Malone? Not at all. I met him maybe 1 or 2 times. I pause. What do you mean, did? He go down with a bowling alley? No, and be thankful for that, or we would have added felony murder. Give me a break. He stares at me for a second or two before giving me a huge piece of information. No bodies were found.